The Stevenson Titans have gotten off to a fantastic 10-0-1 start under new coach Paul Dirtle. But injuries to key starters have tempered expectations and clouded the team's future. At Sterling Heights, Eric Wachterhauser is hoping a move to the MAC Blue will help a young and hungry Stallion team coming off back-to-back disappointing seasons. Tonight, a rivalry of teams in the same district, same city, and now the same division. It's MAC Blue Volleyball on Game of the Week. Welcome back to Sterling Heights High School for tonight's MAC Blue matchup between the host Stallions and the Stevenson Titans. Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Polidano. Welcome to another Sterling Heights television sports presentation for Game of the Week. We're at Sterling Heights for the first time in this fall of 2008, where Coach Eric Wachterhauser is now one of the graybeards of the MAC division. Talk about that in a minute. Across from him is one of the new coaches to the area, Paul Dirtle. He's been the JV coach at Stevenson for 4 years now as he steps in and takes over for Kara Richards. Stevenson got off to a great start under Dirtle this year, but in their MAC Blue opener, a 5-game loss to Eisenhower, they actually lost more than just the game. They lost 2 of their starters. Kirsten Anderson and Hannah Yeager went out with injuries. They are both out indefinitely, and the Titans are going to need some seniors to step up and take their place. Over at Sterling Heights, Coach Wachterhauser, as we said, one of the graybeards. What we mean by that is he is now the 3rd most tenured coach in the entire MAC conference. While he has been around for a while, he has a very young team. Only 2 seniors on the entire roster, no seniors in the starting lineup. They are off to a good start behind their sophomore twin towers, Kristen Hartner and Katie Shopek. This is going to be a very interesting game. We expect a competitive one. Both coaches feel that the MAC Blue race is wide open this year, but both have started out 0-1, and neither one wants to fall to 0-2. We'll take a break and be back with the starting lineups in Game 1 in a moment.
If you are a fan of courage, if you admire determination, if you are impressed by grace under pressure, and can't help but share in the joy of victory, then you are already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, or compete. And be a fan of dignity, acceptance, and the human race. Special Olympics. Be a fan.
Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go?
Sterling Heights has 3 drop-off recycling centers. One at the Department of Public Works on 18 Mile, a second on 15 Mile near Baumgardner Park, and a third on Clinton River Road across from Gainsley Drive. Just recycle it.
And welcome back, everyone, to our Game of the Week between the Titans and the Stallions. Both teams coming in 0-1 in the MAC Blue. First, we have the starting lineups for the visiting Titans. A different look to their lineup with a couple players out with injury. Reading, Kopicki, and Dara up top. Dwyer, Sudlow, and Zamet rounding out the lineup for them. Zamet, Sudlow, and Dwyer, the seniors in the Titan lineup. For the host Stallions, an all underclassmen starting lineup for them. Shopek is a middle hitter. Adam, the setter. Reschke, another middle hitter. Schultz on the outside. Maroki and Hartner in the back row. Doozy is the libero for the Stevenson Titans. Paul Dirtle is your coach for Stevenson in his first year, 12-3-1. He was the JV coach here for 4 years with the Stevenson Titans, and Eric Wachterhauser is the coach of the Stallions. His 11th year overall, 9th at this school. His overall career record, 263 wins, 170 losses, and 38 ties. They won back-to-back-to-back district titles in 03, 04, and 05. He also has a district title while he was the coach at Cuzno, which was his stop before he came to Sterling Heights. He was the coach of the Patriots for 2 years, so he's had some success there, coming off back-to-back losing seasons and looking to turn things around in the blue this year. Starting out for the Titans is Courtney Zamet with a little tip kill there at the net, and Zamet is the big weapon for Stevenson. Big both physically and big in terms of how much they need her out there, especially with a couple of their other starters, Yeager and Anderson going down with injuries. Kopicki over to Dwyer. Comes the Stallions on the attack, and it's knocked away by Zamet, and it goes up into the rafters, and it's going to be another Titan point. So Stevenson with the early 2-0 lead. Kristen Kopicki on the serve for Stevenson. She is setting for the first time in her career this year. She's been kind of brought up as an outside hitter, but it's 6 foot even, because there's a block right there at the net by the Stallions, and they get on the board. As Kate Shopek there with the big block, and it's 2-1. They've moved Kopicki to that setter spot for that very reason that we just saw, the ability to block at the net. They like the combination of her and Zamet up top, as there's a nice dig by Stevenson. And the Titans play that one into the net. And the Stallions have evened things up at 2 apiece, as Alex Clues, the sophomore, is on the serve for Sterling Heights. Kopicki sets for Zamet, going to the back row, and Clues digs that one out. Over to Roxy Doozy. Stallions get it over. Coming the Titans back the other way. Reading pushes it over the net. Here comes Sterling Heights the other way. Dug out by Dwyer. Sent over by Reading. Stallions set up the attack for their middle hitter, and it's Shopek there with a big hit. And the Stallions have taken the lead 3-2 here in game 1. Here comes Clues on the serve again. Clues, a member of the Stallion girls soccer team, which has really turned it around, and there's Zamet the other way. Courtney Zamet, a real rarity these days, a player who is very capable of being Division I, or at least a college-type player in multiple sports. Nowadays, it's more and more specialized. Kids are having to choose one or the other, especially 2 sports that compete with each other, volleyball and basketball, but she's committed to both of them. Both of her coaches, to their credit, have allowed her to do both. She's put in a lot of work in at both sports, and it benefits the entire school that she's still able to play both sports. Stevenson up 4-3 now. Attack by Sterling, dug out by Dwyer. Here come the Titans. The other way, block at the net by Zamet. And Courtney Zamet, big impact on this game early on, as Stevenson is up 5-3. And serving for them is Reading. Here comes Sterling Heights, blocked at the net. But it's going to wind up a point for the Stallions, as Shopek was able to get that one down. And now back to serve, Nicole Adam, another first-year setter. Both teams having setters in their first year of operation. Nicole Adam, a varsity player last year, but she played more the right side. But she's moved into that setter position as a junior. They really like her athleticism and her ability to get 2 balls and to get sets up. Obviously a big learning process for both of the junior setters in tonight's game. As Stevenson serves up 6-4. Zamet, the most consistent serve on the team, according to Coach Dirtle. The attack by Sterling. And into the net was Heights. Not sure if they called that on Shopek or one of the other Stallion frontliners, but it goes as a point for Stevenson, and it's 7-4. Zamet on the serve again. Doozy digs it out. And Sterling Heights able to come up with a point there. And it's 7-5 as Zamet goes and takes a seat. Now Chopek, one of the talented 6-foot sophomores for Sterling Heights on the serve. Kapicki sets. Big time hit there by Kristen Dara. Kapicki looks to Dara again. Goes to the back row. Dug out by Chopek. Schultz with the attack. Block at the net for Stevenson again. Kapicki back over to Dara. Gets a little help climbing over the net, and Stevenson gets a point out of it. So it's 8-5 as the Titans sub in as Kayla Sudlow comes in to serve. She's one of the players whose playing time is definitely going to increase with the injured Titans. She's someone that Coach Dirtle's looking to have step up for them. There's a big time hit there by Schultz. Stallions attacking out of the middle. Stevenson, a little confusion there, nearly a double hit. Another big hit by Schultz, dug out by Reading. Sudlow sends it over, and it's too long, and a point for the Stallions. So a very even game up to this point, with Stevenson up 8-6. Served by Schultz. Kapicki. Over to Dara. Another attack by Sterling Heights. Kapicki with the back set this time. And it's Samantha Fiegel who hits it wide. Another point for the Stallions. They're within one at 8-7. Fiegel called up off of the JV because of the injuries at 5'11". She will get some playing time with both players missing, being players who play up top, as there's Stephanie Reschke stepping in and getting the kill that time. Another serve by Schultz. Kapicki, little quick hit over. And Fiegel that time hits it long again. It's another point for Sterling Heights. Coach Wachterhauser likes what he's seen from his team early on. Kapicki sends it over. And a point for Stevenson. That's what Kapicki is going to bring to this Titan lineup, is the ability to call her own number, not only on those kind of quick sets, if you will, where player acts as if they're setting and then they send it over as an attack, but other players on the team can set her up for an attack herself, as Stevenson called for a carry, and it's going to be a point for Sterling Heights. So the Stallions up 10-9. And checking in for the Stallions is Amy Maroki, whose cousin played for Coach Wachterhauser. Kapicki sends it over. There's a set for Reschke, and she can't climb the ladder that time. Side out to Stevenson, and we're all knotted up at 10 apiece here in game one. Ellen Dwyer on the serve. Her older sister Molly was a big athlete at Stevenson, and there's a big-time attack and kill by Reschke. Reschke, a third-year varsity player, still only a junior. She has a lot of ability, and they're hoping she comes into her own this year. A good year from her will go a long way for the Sterling Heights team. Zamet back in, making her presence felt. And the up ref says that she hit it long. Dirtle can't believe it. It's a point for Sterling Heights. It's 12-10, and the Stallions catch a break and then give it right back as the serve from Doozy goes long. It's now 12-11 with Kapicki on the serve. Attack by Chopek. And Zamet puts it down at the net. Courtney Zamet unofficially 4 kills here in this first game. We're knotted at 12. Kapicki serves again. Maroki sets for Rushke. Zamet sends it over. Lapacola now in there for Heights. She dug that one out. Kapicki going to the back row. Doozy tracks it down. Reading got a hand on it. But that's it. A point for Sterling Heights as they earn the side out. And they lead 13-12. Doozy, a sophomore, a player Eric Wachterhauser is very high on. Thinks she has a chance to be one of the best back row players he's ever had here, and he's had some good ones. This is a team that even in its down years has given teams problems because they've had such a good back row. They've been able to stay in games and beat teams that they're not normally able to beat, as Clues sends that one over. And Stevenson can't play it. It's a point for Heights, and they're up by 2. Clues on the serve. Kapicki with the set. Schultz dug it out, and her attack falls short. So Stevenson will earn the side out. Catherine Reading will serve for the Titans. Down 1. Serve received by Doozy. Over to Schultz. Dwyer with the dig. And Zamet with the kill. And again, they say it's out of bounds. That's the second time Zamet's not got the benefit of the call. She attacked over in the area of that Stallion bench. Now Nicole Adam to serve for Heights. Dwyer on serve receive. Zamet led a little into the net, is able to get it over. Here come the Stallions back the other way. Zamet's attack, partially blocked by Chopek. There's Chopek again at the net. She comes up with the block too. Well, don't feed the animals is my one time and hope to be soon again partner Lyle Teal would say, and that's what Stevenson did that time. Kind of pop it up there around the net, and good hitters will put things away, as Courtney Zamet did right there. Essentially setting the other team. So Zamet to serve now with her team down 2, 14-16. And talking to Coach Dirtle, he said that Zamet is improved by leaps and bounds defensively, and it's helped keep her out on the floor more. You don't see a lot of 6'2" players play back row. But it has allowed her to serve more, where she's a weapon, as Stevenson comes up with a point right there as Dara gets the kill. The point goes to Zamet, and the Titans are back within 1. Zamet serves, and Dara can't receive it. It goes up into the rafters. It's a point for Stevenson, and an ace for Courtney. Coach Wachterhauser was shouting for his players to let that one go. Zamet serving again. Doozy, serve receive. Adam with the back set to Chopek, and it's wide. Another point for Stevenson. They take a 1-point lead. 17-16. Zamet again. At the net. Dara with an attack. Here come the Stallions the other way as Angela Zilanka sends it over. Adam to Chopek, and it's blocked at the net by Stevenson. I believe that was Fiegel that got a hand on that one. And Sterling Heights has to take a timeout here with our score 18-16 in game one. Now, both these teams dropped their Mac Blue openers as Stevenson lost in 5 games to Eisenhower. It was a contest that they were up 2 games to none. They had Anderson go down in the first game. Yeager went down in the second game. They were able to go up 2 games to none, but just kind of lost their firepower, and Eisenhower started to get their legs and regroup. And Eisenhower is a good team. Dana Shimkevich and Stacy Catalano, both very skilled attackers, and Eisenhower will definitely contend in the blue. Sterling Heights fell victim to Grosse Pointe South in 4 close games. So they fell 3 games to 1 in their opener. Utica is just 1-5-2 overall. They're the 2-time defending division champs, so they have enough back that they should be good this year, although they are off to a slow start as Zamet gets another point, and it's now 19-6. Stevenson has opened up their biggest lead of the game here. There's the attack by Chopek right down the line, well placed, and the Stallions get a point back. Chopek, very good leaper, very long and very quick. She continues to get better and faster with each game, and Coach Walkerhauser excited about her potential. Schultz led out of bounds on that one. Too many hits for Sterling Heights, and the side out goes back to Stevenson as they've hit a 20 spot on the scoreboard, up 20-17. And Sudlow will check in for the Titans. Doozy on serve receive. There's an attack by Sterling Heights as Hartner had a big swing at that one. Clues pushes it to the back row. Rating tracks it down. Sterling Heights has to play chased around themselves, and they finally send it over, but 4 hits for the Stallions, and Stevenson gets the point. Goes to Sudlow. And it's 21-17, Titans up by 4. Sudlow on the serve. Doozy has to go down to her knees to get that one. Hartner sends it over. Picky. Back to Dara, and Dara with a crushing blow makes it 22-17. And the Titans 3 points away from taking game 1 here. And looking at the MAC Blue standings, Ike, Grosse Pointe South, and St. Clair in a 3-way tie for first in the early going, while Stevenson, Utica, and Sterling Heights all 0-1. Our other local team, Henry Ford II, is up in the MAC White division, and they're off to a 1-0 start in that division. This was a seesaw game 1 here, but in the latter stages of it, Stevenson has taken control. Courtney Zamet's been a big factor at the net. Kristen Dara has stepped up and gained some confidence as the game has gone along here, and she's been a big factor as well. Sudlow going for her 3rd straight point. Sent over by Dozy. And a little mistimed jump there by sophomore Samantha Fiegel, and it works out as she hung in the air and comes up with another point. And that one's hit out of bounds by Sterling Heights. And now Stevenson just 1 point away here from taking the first one. 24-17. Ducey digs it out. Attack by Hartner into the net, and the Titans are going to walk away with game 1 here on the road at Sterling Heights as they take the first game 25-17. We'll take a break and be back with game 2 in a moment.
There are many worlds beyond your own. In my world, there is a special bond between animals and humans. I'm Lyra, and this is my friend Yurik, an armored bear of the far north. Yurik can defend himself against whatever challenges he may face. In your world, there are polar bears who also live in the far north, but they are at risk. They need your help if they are to survive. You must be their armor. Global climate change is reducing the size of their home and shortening the season in which they are able to find food. World Wildlife Fund works every day to study how global warming impacts the Earth and what we can do to stop it, for polar bears and for people too. The Arctic is one of the most vast and unknown regions on Earth. You can help save it and our entire planet, for bears, for yourself and for future generations. There may be many worlds beyond our own. Make a difference in yours. Visit worldwildlife.org.
High school sports are a privilege enjoyed in Michigan by over 250,000 young people annually. Only in America is this after-school activity so tightly entwined with, yet secondary to, a school's mission, educating boys and girls to become productive members of society, tomorrow's leaders. Schools offer these programs because they enhance the educational experience of the youngsters who participate. If that message gets lost, then so do the programs.
High school sports, it's about
SHTV Sports, in your face action. In our face too.
Took one for the team.
Welcome back, everyone, to our game of the week. Getting ready to start game 2 at Sterling Heights High School. Stevenson took the first one 25-17, and it was a back-and-forth game until Stevenson got momentum there at the tail end of game 1. Unofficial stats from that first game, Courtney Zamet leading the way for Stevenson in both points, service points, and kills. She had 5 points and 5 kills. Kristen Dara had 3 kills for the Titans. Kayla Sudlow with 5 points as well, sharing Zamet for the team lead. Kapicki had a couple points and a kill. Again, this is all unofficial. Keep it stats as we go along here. Sterling Heights, Kate Shopek led the way for them. She had 4 kills. Stephanie Rushke had a pair of kills. Caitlin Schultz and Alex Clues with 3 service points apiece for Sterling Heights. The Stallions changed things up a little bit. Ashley Lapicola is now in there defensively. Lapicola, senior. She's a starter in years past, so always good no matter what the sport. If you can bring seniors off your bench that have started in previous years, it's an asset to pretty much any varsity team so long as they accept the role. Rushke with the attack. Reading pushes it over, and it's wide. Point for Sterling Heights. Now Roxy Doozy will serve. Kapicki, or to Reading. Adams sets for Rushke. Rushke, big hit, dug out there at the net. A battle between Zamet and Shopek. Zamet won that one, but Sterling Heights recovers. Rushke over to Adam, goes to the back corner. Sudlow to Kapicki, and a carry called on Zamet, and that one will probably go on the setter as Zamet and her got a little close. I think she thought she was going straight up with it, and Kapicki led her back towards the center of the court. And Reading hits that one wide and out of bounds, and the Stallions are off to a hot start here in game 2 as they've got the first 3 points. And they're up 3-0. Adams sets for Rushke, and off of Stevenson it goes, and Titans able to keep it alive. Adams sets again, this time for Shopek. Kapicki sends it over. Adam, dug out by Kapicki. Rushke attacks, and a big time block there by Zamet as she makes her eat it, and Stevenson has their first point. Adam sets for Reschke, and it goes into the net. No point for the Titans. It's 3-2. Kapicki serving with their team down 1. Serve received by Lapicola, right into the arms of Zamet, who puts it away. A recipe for disaster when you send it up her way. 6'2" frame. Can put it down, and there's a nice find there by Adam as she pushes it over and finds that back corner. Four to 3. Stallions up as Alex Clues serves. Adam with the set for Shopek, and another block for Stevenson. Zamet again. Reading on the serve for the Titans. Adam with the back set for Shopek, and she just tipped it off her fingertips. It was more of a love tap. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but it softly finds the floor. So the Stallions serving now, up 5-4, as Adam sends this one over. The lefty on the serve for Sterling Heights, and that one is hit long by Zamet. (6-4). Sterling Heights up by 2. Adams serve, received by Dwyer. Kapicki sets, and blocked at the net by Sterling Heights, and that was Angela Zelanka, the younger sister of former Stallion great Gina Zelanka, on the block. Gina now the junior varsity coach at Heights, and in fact she's sitting next to Coach Walker House over on the bench. Adam sets, blocked by Zamet and Kristen Dara. Stevenson comes up with a point. Zamet will serve with her team down 2, 7-5. Doozy on the receive. Adam sets on the far side, and Zelanka gets it over. Side out back to Sterling Heights. As Kate Shopek will serve with her team up by 3. Kapicki sends it over. Adam with the back set for Zelanka, and that one is in. 9-5, and Stevenson has to call a timeout. Sterling Heights not exactly blistering shots finding the floor here in game 2, but they're well placed, and Paul Dirtle calling a timeout to get things together here for Stevenson. Maybe get their spacing where it's got to be, as 9-5 is our score. Titans trying to come back to go up 2-0 on Sterling Heights. Zamet's been a force again for Stevenson, as she will continue to be all game and hopefully all season long for Titan fans. Zelanka stepped in and played really well for Sterling Heights here in game 2 early on, and Shopek has had another good game as well, as she is out there serving currently. A couple kills and a service point. Team up 9-5. Kapicki sets at the net for Dara, who crushes that one. An emphatic slam. And it's a 3-point game. Apparently the Dirtle pep talk worked. Sudlow serving now for the Titans. Doozy digs it out. Adam on the far side to Hartner. Sudlow got a piece of it to keep it alive. Kapicki sends it over into the net, and Sterling Heights a great job to keep that one going. Shaping up to be one of the better points of the match, and it's hit long by Dara that time. And it's 10-6 as Reschke subs in for Heights. Schultz on the serve. Reschke on the attack. And that one's in as Dara finds the open space. So it's 7-10. Stevenson will serve down 3. Jesse Plague checking in to serve for the Titans. Plague, of course, a star of the softball field, been their #1 pitcher 3 years running on a very good Titan team that should be even better this upcoming season, but that's a ways away right now. Nicole Adam just added to the Stallion lead. She has shown her athleticism here. She comes up with another kill. Amy Maroki to serve. It's attacked there by Reading. Ball's at the net, and Hartner puts it down for the Stallions. Kristen Hartner, the sophomore, with the kill. Maroki gets the point. Hartner in her first year on the varsity, improving as a blocker. She's a little more of a technical hitter, meaning she doesn't always wind up and swing for the stars or swing for the fences. Has the ability to take a little off and have a little more placement than some of the other Stallion young hitters, but maybe not the raw power that they have. 12-8 our score. Reschke attacks the net, dug out by Plague. It hits the rafters, still in play if Stevenson can get it over, and Reading does. Adam back sets for Hartner, and we got a carry called against the Titans, against Zamet, and point for Sterling Heights. 13-8. Stallion's been able to keep this cushion here most of game 2. Roxy Doozy on the serve. And there's a big time attack and a kill by Zamet. You could sense that Sterling Heights saw that one coming. They just kind of drifted back on their heels as Kapicki and Zamet were on the same page there. Sometimes you see that the big hitter coming at you, and you just sense pain and try not to get in the way of things. Reschke sends it over. Zamet, a little love tap, and it works. It's part of Zamet's game that's very underrated, her ability not only to come up with those bruising, floor-splintering shots, but to really be able to soften up the attack a little bit and work on placement and work across court and into the near court as that time Chopek goes into the net. And Stevenson's starting to pull a little run together here. They've reeled off 3 straight points and are within 2 at 13-11. Reschke attack, partially blocked by Zamet. Here comes Stevenson. Reading sends it over. Maroki to Adam to Reschke, blocked straight up, and it's going to be a point for Sterling Heights. The ball kind of pinballed up in the rafters, almost directly over the net. So Alex Clues will serve now with their team up by 3. Clues, Adam, over to Chopek. Zamet sets on the far side for Elise Stegner, and she sends it long. It's a point for Clues. And it's 15-11. Stegner, serve receive, Zamet flips it over. And Zamet Tries to put it away. Nice job by Maroki. Zamet again, block at the net. Stallions keep it alive. Redding with a nice dig. And she sends it over. Back set for Chopek, and it's either 4 hits or into the net. I think they called into the net on that one. Well, side out for the Titans as Reading will serve. Their team down 12-15. Adam trying to go over 6'2" Zamet. Now Courtney rears back and fires. Titans may have helped Sterling Heights out there. That one was looking like it was going out of bounds. And that one does go out of bounds for Sterling Heights. A point for Stevenson. Reading now. Serving with her team down 2. Adam with the back set, and nice look to Chopek, but the Titans were waiting for it. Maroki now to Adam, who gets to it. Schultz with the attack, and it's just long, not by much. Coach Wachterhauser making sub. Got married this past summer. Congratulations to him. Adam with the set. Kopicki up into the rafters, and Dwyer sends it over. Adam over herself. Kopicki sets for Zamet, going to the back row, and it's off Doozy, and another point for Stevenson, and the Titans have come storming back to tie things up at 15 apiece. Stevenson sends it over, and that's Kopicki. They're putting the Titans on top. And Sterling Heights has to call timeout as for a second straight game, they've seen their early and mid-game lead evaporate as Stevenson has stepped in and taken control here, and they've done it as they did the first game behind Zamet, getting some good service out of Catherine Reading. Reading, another one of those multi-sport players, as she's been a member of the Stevenson basketball team last couple years as well. So she's a 2-sport athlete. Maybe not on the level athletically as Zamet, but certainly a challenge to play multiple sports nowadays. And she's contributing this game, as the Titans have reeled off 4 in a row to take a 1-point edge on Wachterhauser and the Stallions. Got a good one here in game 2. Reading working on a 1-point lead. There's an attack by Sterling Heights, a big-time hit, but Stevenson there for the dig. I believe that was Reading that dug that one out. Playing very well all around for Stevenson. Adam, over on the far side, there's a block by Stegner. Another attack by Sterling Heights, again blocked by Stevenson. And that time, Adam can't win the battle at the net with Zamet. He can go to the well one too many times, and Stevenson is kind of hip to Adams' game here, at least her strategy in this one, as she seems to be calling her own number quite a bit and attacking from that serve position herself. And that time it paid off as Zamet called for either going over the net or into the net, and Sterling Heights finally breaks the Reading serve and gets a side out. Still only down 1, despite that long Stevenson run. Zamet with a big-time attack and gets the point back for Stevenson. Zamet had 20 kills in that opening Mac Blue loss to Eisenhower. unofficially 13 already in this contest. She is their number 1 and number 2 option really at the net. Really has worked on her footwork, and that's helped her in both sports, as there's Dara with a shot. Wachterhauser up and looking for a little more effort out of his girls, especially in the back row. Wanting them to get up and get on the floor to get some of these shots that Stevenson's putting out at him. Attack there by Brittany Caruso, and that one's long. Another point for Stevenson. Zamet with her team up 4. Doozy digs it out. Adam sets for Clues, sends it over. Stegner sends it over for Stevenson. Caruso over and long. Yet another point as Wachterhauser looks to the bench to try and find some answers. Trying to stem the tide here. Zamet serving with her team up 5. 21-16. There's a set for Chopek. Coming the Titans back the other way. It rides the net for a little while and gets it over. Here they come again. Doozy with the dig. And there is Schultz with the attack. And Stegner's hit is long, and finally the Stallions catch a break. I'm talking about Coach Wachterhauser this week. He did say that this is one of the fastest gelling teams he's ever had in terms of all the players liking each other and doing things together and being on the same page. It's been a couple years since a team has come together this quickly. They need to come together now to avoid going down 0-2 to Stevenson. (18-21). Clues keeps it alive. There's a set for Hartner, and she fires in just long. And the Stallions want that called as a tip, and they're not going to get it. Didn't look like any Titans got their hands on it. Hartner just didn't quite get on top of that one enough. And it sailed a bit on her. Schultz caught a little flat-footed there and hits it into the net. 23-18. Sudlow with a chance to do as she did in game 1. That's finish off Sterling Heights. Schultz with a big-time attack as she comes through on that one. One of her better-looking attacks of the night. She goes back to serve with her team down 4. Team needs her badly in this one. Attack by Dara, and Dara rips that one. And Stevenson, again, is 1 point away as Jessie Plague comes in. Checking out is Kristen Dara. 4 kills here in game 2. Titans with a 24-19 lead. Greshke into the net, blocked by Kapicki. Sterling Heights able to keep it alive and send it over. Reading finds the open spot, and Stevenson. Impressive, almost a carbon copy of game 1 as they take game 2 here on the road, 25-19. They're up 2-0 on Sterling Heights, and we'll be back with game 3 in a moment.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste. That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I brush twice a day, every day.
Oh, here's that nice dentist, Dr. Benchley.
Yep, he showed me how to floss.
Why are your teeth blue?
I use my mouth guard whenever I play sports to protect my smile.
And visit the dentist regularly.
Remember, brush twice a day and floss once a day.
Salam.
Salam. Ewa. Mir.
Shanti.
เงียบสงบดี
We all want the same thing. Peace. And Rotary clubs
Sola.
are making it happen.
Come to
Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding
La Fei.
around the world. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
The American dream.
Out of our reach? Not if we can help it. We're the National Endowment for Financial Education, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get smart about their money. Log on to smartaboutmoney.org today and start taking control of your financial life.
Welcome back, everyone, to our Game of the Week. Start of Game 3 here at Sterling Heights High School. Game 1 and 2 pretty much followed the same script. Sterling Heights played well early in, even into the middle of the game, but Stevenson got a little momentum at the end, and Sterling Heights just could not stop it as the Titans took the first one 25-17 and took the second one 25-19. I'm sure Coach Dirtle talking to his team in the huddle, you know, reminding them the importance of putting a team away. They had Eisenhower on the ropes. A little different circumstances with the team just trying to figure out which way was up with all the injuries in their first Mac Blue game, but you know, still wanting to close out an opponent when he had the chance. Well, Coach Walkerhauser, you know, saying probably just the opposite. This is a Titan team that was up 2-0 on Eisenhower and didn't close it out. So, you know, we gotta suck it up and at least get a game here on the home floor and get some pride, and maybe we can get some momentum going and get them on their heels. And momentum is as good as the next day's starting pitcher in baseball, and it's as good as a 6'2" middle hitter in volleyball. Zamet crushes that one, and Titans get on the board first. Kapicki serves again, and service ace for Kristen Kapicki. Kapicki is their biggest weapon on the serve, according to Coach Dirtle. Said Zamet probably their most consistent server, but Kapicki has the most offensive serve, one capable of being ace-worthy, so to speak, as she comes up with another service point. And the Titans are out of the block strong, up 3-0, make it 4-0. As the Stallions, not the start they wanted or needed after starting out well in the first two and losing. They starting out down 4 here in game 3. There's an attack by Chopek. Reading sends it over. Rushke gets it back, attack at the net, and 4 hits for Sterling Heights as it never made it over. 5-0 Titans in game 3. Kapicki again on the serve. And Zamet, don't feed the animals. She crushes that one. Maybe crush, not the right word, but puts it right down to the floor. 6-zip Titans. That one uses the net and climbs over. Everything going Stevenson's way. It's 7-0 here in game 3. Doozy, serve receive. Here comes Rushke. Kapicki sets for Zamet. Over to Rushke, blocked at the net by Zamet. Rushke attacks again. Nice job there by Dara. Go down to a knee and get to it. Dara, or excuse me, Reading over on the far side with the attack. Chopek, and the Stallions finally get a point as a diving Ellen Dwyer can't get there. It's 7-1. Served by Alex Clues. Dwyer over to Stegner. Block at the net by Zamet. Hits off the rafters, and the Titans get another good break. Dirtle kind of wondering what he did to the volleyball gods, losing two key starters in the first Mac Blue game against Eisenhower, but the Titans getting some little breaks to go their way here in this one. Zamet just kind of with a haymaker gets it over. Then Kapicki to Zamet, blocked at the net by Chopek. Well, Chopek, as a sophomore, has looked really good for Sterling Heights in this game. It may go down at this point in a losing effort, but she has played very well. Stevenson sends it over. It's a set for Chopek, blocked at the net. Dara to Kapicki to Zamet, and in. Another point for the Titans. Zamet 3 kills here in game 3. Unofficially gives her 16 for the match thus far, and she goes back to serve. She's got 8 service points in the match as well. 9-2 Titans. And at the net, it's the sophomore Samantha Fiegel putting that one away. Taking a page from Zamet's playbook. And Sterling Heights calls the timeout. We'll take 1-2 here in game 3. It's all Titans in the third as they're up 10-2.
You can access the world with your library card. Enroll your child in a summer reading program. Trek to another planet with a sci-fi novel. Decide which computer to buy using a consumer guide. Research your term paper. Read a magazine or books from a whole other country. Now, how much would you pay for this? $99.99? No! $36.99? We're cutting the prices. Not even $29.99. It's free. You could have your very own library card. Stop us today and pick one up.
Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back, everyone, to our game of the week. 10-2, Titans up. Zamet back at it on the serve. Coach Wachterhauser needing his players to step up in that last timeout, and Nicole Adam does that as she comes up with a kill there to get the side out and the serve back in Sterling Heights' favor. Now Chopek to serve for the Stallions. She's got 8 kills unofficially to lead Sterling Heights in this one. Dara with the attack. Picky over to Reading. Clues. Send it over to Schultz. It goes back. Dwyer ranging back to get it. Dara calls for it, and Stevenson keeps it alive. Adam. Dug out by Kapicki. Stegner sends it over. There's Hartner, and Hartner with a big attack. Haven't called Hartner's name a whole lot in this one, but she had a big attack there. Chopek on the serve. Their team down 4-10. Set by Captur. And Dara just gets that one to the floor before Sterling Heights can get to it. She has had a nice game. Stepping up for the injured Kirsten Anderson or Hannah Yeager. Both of them were in the outside hitter position. And Sudlow serves one into the net. A rare error for Stevenson on the night. Stallions serving down 5-11. Schultz to serve. Dwyer to Kapicki. Back to Dara. Dug out by Reschke. Reschke winds up, and Stevenson, a little collision there between Reading and Dwyer. It's 6-11. Schultz on the serve again. Titans send it over. Captur with the set to Adam. Reschke sends it over. Stevenson over by their own bench. Dwyer gets to it first. The Titans, again, get it over. Hartner with the attack. Partially blocked at the net. Kapicki sends it over. See if Sterling Heights can take advantage with Zamet not in there at the moment for Stevenson. Attack by Dara and finds the floor. Sterling Heights taking a step back and leaving that middle of the floor wide open, and Coach Wachterhauser pointing that out to them. And they're setting themselves up for Dara and some of the other Titans to just tap it over. Jesse Plague in to serve with their team up 12-6. Lapicola on serve receive. Attack by Adam. Sudlow digs it out. Kapicki to Plague, and in. It just paints the back line. (13-6). And Adam trouble there, and it's another service point for Plague. Plague, the two-time defending Sports Timeout Player of the Year in softball, has her team up 14-6 here in volleyball. Attack by Reschke, and I think it was tipped at the net, and it was. Point for Sterling Heights. Good catch by the up ref. Adam on the serve, down 7-14. Here comes Reading, and Reading with a kill. The team's trading points, and that's benefiting Stevenson because they're the ones with the lead. Ellen Dwyer to serve, one of the Titans captains, and that one goes into the net. Coach Dirtle really talking about how she has improved her game. Last year, she played good in spurts for Coach Richards, but she's really stepped up. Comes from a nice family, so you know she's going to be a good leader out on the court, and she has done that for them this year as a Stevenson team not really panicking despite playing down a couple starters. Plague. Reschke tips it over, and Kapicki wins that battle at the net. Another point for Stevenson. And Stegner subs in for the Titans. Maroki on serve receive. They back set for Reschke, and Reschke starting to put some things together here in game 3. And you start to see why Coach Wachterhauser had such high hopes for her as a freshman and then a sophomore. Very quick, very long, very athletic. A lot of volleyball ability. It's just gaining the consistency to help the Stallions produce a winner. Kapicki sets for Reading, who pushes it over. And that time it's Caitlin Captur sending it over. Captur, the backup setter, as the Stallions have elected to go with dual setters out there. As Adam seems to maybe be a more aggressive player, so they're allowing her to use her athletic ability and attack the net a little bit more. Stegner sends it over for Stevenson. And too many hits for Sterling Heights. Side out for the Titans. Reading, the junior, will serve with their team up 17-10. Clues on serve receive. Set for Schultz, who hits it into the net. And another point for Catherine Reading. Reading's also played a very nice game for Stevenson here. Really stepping up and making the most of her opportunities here. There's Schultz, and Schultz caught off balance a little bit on that one, and it sails on her. It's 19-10. Reading unofficially 9 service points on the night. And her team has a 9-point lead here in game 3. Doozy, serve receive. And a block at the net by Zamet. Zamet gets to it first again. Stallions keep it alive. Titans, Kapicki sends it to the back corner. Attack by Shopik. Kapicki over to Zamet, who bumps it over. Here come the Stallions, and dug out by Kapicki. On the far side, it's Dara. Stallions, good point here by both teams. Both teams with some effort, and Stevenson's Zamet just hits that one long. It's a point for Heights. A well-earned point for the Stallions. Captur to serve for Sterling Heights. Kapicki back to Zamet. And collision there between a couple Stallions, and it can't make it over. And Zamet will now serve with their team up 20-11. Of course, we will interview our player of the game after this one if Stevenson does hold on for the win, as Clues comes up with a point. Or kill, I should say. Chopak to serve now for Sterling Heights. Kapicki back to Dwyer. And Captur goes into the net with that one. Point for Stevenson. A lot of people talk about the male junior class at Sterling Heights. Much talk around the school about how athletically gifted the junior class of boys are here at Sterling Heights High School, and how they've kind of helped turn things around. This girls junior class and sophomore class, pretty darn good in their own right. Lots of talent out there. Even the freshman soccer team, 7 freshmen helping out them this year. Almost pulled off a MAC Blue title as Dara comes up with another kill. Kayla Sudlow with her team up 10. So set for Hartner. And Hartner, one of those sophomores, with a kill. And Stallions are down 9, 13-22. Served by Captur. Kapicki to the sophomore Fiegel. Another kill for her. Titans back up 10, just 2 points away from putting an exclamation point on this one. A 3-game sweep on the road in your own division will be big for any team's confidence, as that one is long. Jesse Plague with a chance to serve for the match here. Doozy digs it out. Stallions, Rushke sends it over. Kapicki on the far side over to Reading, and Doozy gets to it. Here comes Hartner, and it goes off of Plague's fingers, and it's a point. The Stallions hanging on by their fingernails now, stay alive. As Adam was served with their team down 10. And an ace for Nicole Adam. Stallions have to be perfect from here on out. Dwyer on serve receive. Kapicki back to Fiegel, and can't get it over. Another point for Adam. And it's 16-24. Adam again on the serve. Plague Might have gone out and she'd let it. It's close. And Reschke hits it off the net, and Stevenson is going to walk into Sterling Heights and walk out with a 3-0 victory. 25-17, 25-19, and 25-16 as the Titans are impressive on the road. Our co-players of the game, how about Courtney Zammit and the junior, Kristen Kapicki, stepping up and playing well for Stevenson. Executive producer of Game of the Week is Steve Guitar. It is produced by myself, Anthony Polidano. Our director for tonight's game is Robert Surgott. Our camera crew tonight, Gavin Bates, Dan Rizik, and Paul Schmidt. Myself on post-production and graphics. Final score, Stevenson takes it on the road 3-0. We'll take a break and be back with our players of the game in a moment.
Living with diabetes is the pits. When I wake up, the first thing I have to do is check my blood sugar. I just want to feel like all the other kids without pricking my fingers or injecting myself with insulin.
Diabetes is rough on my whole family.
When I was diagnosed, my mom couldn't stop crying. But imagine a cure.
Right now, as many as 3 million children and adults are living with type 1 diabetes. They will never outgrow it. Some will face complications like kidney failure, blindness, and heart disease. That's why the science the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is supporting is so critical. Imagine a cure.
With the destruction of the rainforests, migrating flocks of songbirds are losing their winter homes. Go online to arborday.org, see how to support rainforest rescue, and find out which trees to plant where you live, so our songbirds have a home in the summer and the winter too. Go to arborday.org now.
If you are a fan of courage, if you admire determination, if you are impressed by grace under pressure and can't help but share in the joy of victory, then you are already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, or compete. And be a fan of dignity, acceptance, and the human race. Special Olympics. Be a fan.
We're here now with our co-players of the game, Kristen Kapicki and Courtney Zammit. Courtney, we'll start out with you. Losing a couple of your starters had to be big. What did you guys talk about to try and regroup and to look forward to the rest of the season?
We just had to keep it up in practice. I mean, we had a lot of struggles with losing our 2 best outside hitters, but then when we had 2 more people step it up who had previously played that position, we just kind of helped them out, boost their confidence, and practice a lot. And just worked out in the end.
Seemed like Dara and Reading really stepped up and played well for you guys tonight. How important is that going to be for you guys the rest of the way out to get contributions like that out of them?
Well, we don't know how long our 2 other players are out. It's not a definite time yet, so we really need a lot of people to step up. We can't just rely on a lot of small little things that we do. We need contributions from everyone, and it just, when they stepped up, it just really helped out a lot in the end.
All right, well, congratulations on the win. Move over to Kristen Kapicki here. First year as a setter, it looked like tonight you really had one of your better games. Starting to get more comfortable in the setter position?
Yeah, a lot more comfortable. At first it was like shaky, but now it's better.
Are you starting to be able to understand Courtney's game a little bit more and where she wants things on the floor and what you need to do to be able to utilize her as a weapon as a setter?
Yes.
How much did this win tonight boost your guys' confidence? Obviously, you know you got a couple of your key players hurt, playing another good team on the road in the division, but to come away with a 3-game sweep has to feel pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's going to help us a lot for Thursday, Grosse Pointe South. Keep our energy up.
Well, congratulations on the win. Stevenson now 1-1 in the division as they sweep Sterling Heights on the road 3-0. Thanks for watching this week's Game of the Week. See you next time.